legendary heroics.
Okay, we are back. Had a little bit of issue earlier, but we're good to go. Episode 2, Sacred Keys. What we do on this show pretty much is interview producers, rappers, engineers, songwriters, music, entertainment lawyers, I said engineers. Pretty much any type of industry or non-industry, however you want to look at it. Music, anybody in the music world, professionals, etc., etc. So today on episode 2, we got my boy Don Salaam up here got his Instagram open, DON_SALAAM. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in on the call. We're gonna play a couple songs. I think he sent me 2. Play the music, and then we're gonna jump into an interview, talk to him about his musical background, experience, etc., etc. I kind of like what we did last episode. We did a random generation of questions. So I think I want to take that format again. So we're gonna generate some random questions. And then go from there. So we'll let him pick. My bad, not go from there. We're gonna generate these random questions, and I'm gonna ask him to pick a number 1 out of 20, and then we'll go based off of that. If the question is like dog shit, then I'll just we'll just pick another one. So all right, that's pretty much it. Let me go ahead and bring him in now. I don't see him, but let me just bring him in anyway and see what happens. Nope. Okay, we got a black screen. Let me go ahead and tell him green is black. Try to refresh or some shit. I don't know how it works from their side.
Can you see me?
There it is. I can hear you, but I can't see you, bro. Oh, there you go.
Yo,
going
Yo,
on, bro?
yo. Peace, peace.
Peace,
How
man.
y'all
What's going
feeling?
on, man? Don Salaam, bro. So I was doing like a quick little introduction, bro. But you know, I wasn't sure how you wanted to come on the show today as far as like your background in music. So what's your we know it's Don Salaam. We got your Instagram up on the back, you know, on the backdrop. We got your IG open, but what do you what I was gonna say, what do you identify as? What do you
Oh yeah,
what
the age of pronouns is over with.
right. What would you classify yourself, bro, in music? Like as far as rap, you know, engineer, producer, like where I mean I might kind of already have the answer, but I want you to go ahead and tell the people, bro.
Well, my name Don Salon. I'm out of the AOD camp. I'm an engineer, lead engineer for Blue Door Productions, artist, songwriter, but engineer first.
Okay.
Peace and love to Breadwinner, Refined Failure, uh, the whole nine.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. You don't have no lighting in that bitch, huh? The lighting is fucked up.
You can't see me?
It's
The
kind of
lights
hard to
is
see.
out?
Nah,
Okay, hold on. Let me see. How about now?
there it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Hell yeah.
My setup ain't like yours. You know what I'm saying? When I try to turn my blue lights on, it's a little
Nah,
gloomy
it's
in
good. You
here.
got a solid ass setup, bro. You got a solid ass setup, man. So,
Yeah, yeah, we
so,
still building.
yup. Day at a time, bro. Day at a time. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the joints, man. So you sent me 2 songs. I'm gonna go ahead and play them. We'll jump right into that, and then after that, we'll jump into the interview questions, bro. So which one?
Yeah, yeah. So what you should do,
Yeah.
you should play that Writings on the Wall first.
Okay.
Writings on the Wall, that's I engineered that, produced by On One Made It, featuring Joe Rock,
Mm-hmm.
VCL the Muslim, myself, Don Salam, and Pharaoh Unique.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play it now, bro. Writings on the wall. Here we go.
There's a message in the music. The writing's on the wall and they wanna call us wrong. Got our back against the wall, but we down to risk it all for what's rightfully ours. There's a message in the music. The writing's on the wall. They wanna call us wrong. Got our back against the wall, but we down to risk it all for what's rightfully ours.
There lies in life, but the blind can't live, the blind can't drown from all these lies. Can't catch me by surprise, not gon' act like I'm perfect. Hard times got me hustling day and night by day, got me working.
Grew up when the sages played Sega for entertainment. Now we burning sage while the sage demonstrating this life requires your participation. Motivation can win the conversation. We ain't black, but y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Communication rules the nation. If the conversation guides the nation to a destination, that's not abomination. You can't stand in my shoes, we don't wear the same laces. You ain't been where I've been, we ain't in the same places. Isn't it crazy how the hatred come with mutual faces? Tell the truth breeded hatred in most cases. It's a shame we wasn't raised like that. Certain things you say you can't take back. Imagine that. There's a message in the music. The writing's on the wall and they wanna call us wrong. Got our back against the wall, but we down to risk it all for what's rightfully ours. There's a message in the music. The writing's on the wall. They wanna call us wrong. Got our back against the wall, but we down to risk it all for what's rightfully ours.
There lies in life, but the blind can't live, the blind can't drown from all these lies. Can't catch me by surprise, not gon' act like I'm perfect. Hard times got me hustling day and night every day, got me working.
Listen, my life, standing at the edge, hustle bound into us, nothing left, sticky business. Searching every angle, this is them. They keep us trapped in this rail, stuck in position. Program, recognize, plus overstand. The 4Ds, all caps. Dismiss, discredit, demoralize, destroy by looking in your eyes. I feel your melanin, put chains on the hue of the man. Enslavement to the mind. Put something in the sky and let it burn more. Woo man, left alone. Raising the earth seed with 2 hands and cell phone. Morris family, Morris home broken. Taught to follow instructions. Nothing about nation building. We getting the father. False teachers for the mothers. Passing it on to the children.
There's a message in the music. The writing's on the wall, and they wanna call us wrong. Got our back against the wall, but we down to risk it all for what's rightfully ours. There's a message in the music. The writing's on the wall. They wanna call us wrong. Got our back against the wall, but we down to risk it all for what's rightfully ours.
There lies in life, but the blind can't lead, the blind can't drown from all these lies. Can't catch me by surprise, not gon' act like I'm perfect. Hard times got me hustling day and night, night and day, got me working.
Yeah. Yeah. Episode 2, goddammit. Let's go. All right, man, that's dope. I didn't know if I want to put those gunshots in there because it was a positive joint, but that's all I got on the board, bro. I don't have nothing else. All I got is I got to update
21 gun salute.
I got to update my sound effects, bro.
21 gun salute.
That was dope. So who was that on the second verse?
Yeah, we Americans.
Who was that on the second verse, bro? Because I know that was you on the first verse.
That was me on the first verse. Second verse was Pharaoh Unique.
Okay.
Out of 4 Choice Productions.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? On One made it. He produced the track.
All right.
Joe Rock on the hook. VCL the Muslim was on the hook.
Solid ass production.
Bring some awareness with this. Appreciate it. Shout out to the guys.
Yeah, man. I like that one, bro.
The second track you about to play, that's a production by L.E.N.S.
Okay, he was on EP1
on the song. Right. Yeah, that was a great interview, by the way. Yeah, L.E.N.S. very talented producer.
Yeah.
Dope. It was an honor working with him. You know what I'm saying? So we put this song together for everybody that's from the environment. You know what I'm saying? From the environment, that concrete jungle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't sort of say we don't encourage the lifestyle. We don't praise it, but it's just where we come from. So, you got to speak on it, but we also have to bring awareness to the consequences and repercussions of, letting a certain energy take over, man,
Right, absolutely. I support that. All right, here goes. Some of Us. So this is L.E.N.S. on this joint, and so who's rapping on this one? Or is it singing rap? What's
just Don Salaam.
Okay, all right. Here it goes. Some of Us, Don Salaam, L.E.N.S. Let's go.
The beef will never stop. And a lot of people will put on a fake smile when they know for a fact that they're gonna stab you in your back. At the end of the day, we know for a fact you can't trust nobody out here. If you trust anybody, you already know they gonna instantly tell you. It's the internet for itself.
Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life's too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life's too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. They label you solid for choosing violence and bondage. That's called rite of passage in the land of the bastards. Where the streets is your daddy, you get a cell or a casket. Baptized by the reverend, cursed by your own brethren. They thinking 187, cause nothing much on they melon. Just a bunch of old fellas, scamming, plotting, and telling. They make it bad for the fellas. What makes it bad is they jealous. All they had was each other. No dads, they was brothers. They used to laugh at each other, now they blast at each other. It's crazy. Praying for my city, it's been cold lately. Praying for the babies and the old ladies. It hurts my heart to watch that lady bury her only baby. But you don't understand. You didn't pull the trigger, but blood on your hands. Could've kept it real, but you was worried about losing friends. Father Time don't do drive-bys, he get his mans. Your soul would testify against you. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life's too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life's too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Pay attention to the signs, they for conscious minds. In the city full of angels who be pushing lines. Your mans don't like money, he drops dimes all of the time, all on the net, demanding respect. This generation's just as sick as it gets.
Your man don't like money, he drops dimes.
Pun intended. Just cause I don't agree with you don't mean you should be offended. It's almost like it's the business, not to mind your business. Don't be that guy that's identified by the dentist, no kidding. These streets is colder than a stray kitten. Used to be knee deep with no sweaters or mittens. Knew better but didn't. 17 with a Beretta was ditching in those days. I remember when pop wasn't called hip-hop. That's disrespectful off top. Real gangsters didn't talk about the people they shot. If you wasn't living what you rapping, then you wouldn't get Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life's too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life's too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport.
Every ghetto has a gangster.
That's hard, bro. See, I like both of those. I like what I like about both of the songs. You actually got something to say, bro. And I like that type of shit.
I mean,
you know, I like music that actually.
If you making music and you ain't got nothing to say, I mean, what are you doing music for?
Yeah, yeah. Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on.
Man, don't tell me, man, you about to pause the interview for a phone call.
Nah.
See, you supposed to have that joint on airplane mode or something.
Nah. All right. So what's up, man? So look, I got these 20 questions, right? So the first 10 is for rapper questions. The last 10 are engineer questions. So I'm gonna let you pick.
All right.
I'm gonna let you pick. You know, my boy said. Now I'll tell you later. No, I'm not running it back, boy. Right? Oh shit. Yeah.
Man, run it back. Run it back. They want to run it back.
We got Ray. We got my boy Ray and my boy. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Tell them run it back. Run it back.
Yeah.
Give them what they want.
Because it'll change the format, bro. We'll do that shit on another stream.
Man, give them what they want, man. If they want to run it back, run it back.
All right, fuck it. Let's run it back. He wants to run it back. We'll run it back. All right, we'll run it back. All right, fuck it. We'll run it back.
Let's run it back.
All right, that was Ray. I didn't know he was watching.
This is music for the people, man.
I didn't know he was watching the live. All right, run it back. Okay, fuck it. You know what?
Run it back, man. Come on, man.
Let's go.
You can't do that.
Let's go. Here goes.
Yeah. Run it back.
All right, fuck it.
They want to stab you in the back. At the end of the day, you can't trust no one.
Yeah.
You can't trust anybody out here. They tell you. Set a man for himself.
Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life's too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life's too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. They label you solid for choosing violence and bondage. That's called rite of passage in the land of the bastards. Where the streets is your daddy, you get a cell or a casket. Baptized by the reverend, cursed by your own brethren. They thinking 187, cause nothing much on they melon. Just a bunch of old felons, scamming, plotting, and telling. They make it bad for the fellas. What makes it bad is they jealous. All they had was each other. No dads, they was brothers. They used to laugh at each other, now they blast at each other. It's crazy. Praying for my city, it's been cold lately. Praying for the babies and the old ladies. It hurts my heart to watch that lady bury her only baby. But you don't understand. You didn't pull the trigger, but blood on your hands. Could've kept it real, but you was worried about losing friends. Father Time don't do drive-bys, he get his mans. Your soul would testify against you. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life's too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Pay attention to the signs, they for conscious minds. In the city full of angels who be pushing lines. Your mans don't like money, he drops dimes all of the time, all on the net, demanding respect. This generation's just as sick as it gets. Weeble wobble but can't stand straight. Pun intended. Just cause I don't agree with you don't mean you should be offended. It's almost like it's the business not to mind your business. Don't be that guy that's identified by the dentist. No kidding. These streets is colder than a stray kitten. Used to be knee deep with no sweaters or mittens. Knew better but didn't. 17 with a Beretta was ditching in those days. I remember when pop wasn't called hip hop. That's disrespectful off top. Real gangsters didn't talk about the people they shot. If you wasn't living what you rapping, then you wouldn't get
Every
props.
ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport. Every ghetto has a gangster and every gangster has a heart. Some of us living just to die. Some of us say that life too short. Some of us live a life of crime until we wind up in them courts. Some of us is playing with this life like a sport.
Hell
Every
yeah.
ghetto has a gangster.
Hell yeah. I forgot
Every ghetto
to
has a gangster.
I forgot to do something, but let me see if we can get it going real quick. Let's see what happens. All
forgot
right,
to
pick
do,
a all right, man. Pick a number, bro. 1 out of 20. Like I said, top first 10.
11.
11.
11.
All right.
Number
Man,
11.
see, this is why I can't fuck with Gemini, bro. I gotta do Chat GPT because Gemini is retarded, bro. Hold on, bro.
Number 11, man.
Yeah, I don't have one yet. 10 interview. Hold on. It didn't give
You
me
don't
one.
got
'Cause
number 11?
Gemini's stupid, bro. Hold on. 10 interview questions for a rapper.
Don't tell me 1 out of 20, and
10
when I give you 1 out of 20,
10
which is
interview.
11, you talking about
Here
you
you
ain't
go.
got it, G.
Here you go. Here you go.
Nah, you my Brody, man.
Here you go.
Let's make this live.
Recording engineer. Yeah, man. So I asked Gemini, but that shit only got up to 10. So see, Chat GPT is way better. They got some new
Gonna
shit.
do
But,
number 2.
all right, 11. No, 11's good. 11's good. So how did you get started in audio engineering, and what drew you to this field?
Oh man, that's a great question. How did I get started in audio engineering, and what drew me to this field?
Yeah.
Can I answer the last part first and the first part last?
However you want to do it, bro.
All right. So what drew me to this field was, I'm a songwriter. I started off as a songwriter, poetry, etc. I always loved music. And so I was always infatuated with the way music sounds from the beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So like when you go into the studio, it sounds one way, the raw vocals, the way it's cut, but then the finished product, it's like you didn't put that thing in a magic pot and it just comes out as, so I was always intrigued by that. And so that's what drew me to it because I was like, damn, how do I make my music sound like all the legends, all the professionals? Like, what is it that they do?
Yeah.
From when it comes in, it just sounds flat, it just sounds regular to it just sounds megalithic, monolithic, you know what I mean? Colossal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what drew me to it.
Mm-hmm.
How did I start it? I'm gonna just be honest with you. I got tired of paying for studio time. you know,
That's a good fucking
as an
reason.
artist, yeah, man, I got tired of paying for studio time, and so I built my own studio in my closet, on Cortland and Lugo in Linwood off Bullis, I built my own studio and I just began to mix my own tracks.
Yeah.
And, like everybody else, I'm gonna keep it real with everybody. I started with cracked, cracked software.
Uh-huh.
We all start off, we come from the slums, east side up. And I started with cracked waves. And actually, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Who started me off on my engineering tip was Red Rum, rest in peace, man. OG Red Rum, from Avenue P's, man. He I went with my boy early on to the Nicholson Gardens to drop some beats off early on. As a dope producer out of Long Beach, East Side's Most Wanted, and he was dropping some beats off to Red Rum, rest in peace. And so while we was there, he asked me if I know how to rap. So I'm like, yeah, I rap. And so I played him some joints, and he was like, man, what plugins you use? And I was like, man, plugins, what is that? I'm just
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah.
He like, let me see what you recording on. And back then I was recording on GarageBand. Like I had experience on
Ooh.
Pro Tools. I had experience with Logic, but for my own setup, I didn't even have a studio yet. I just had Logic on the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, you got stock. And what he did was, and praise the Lord for him, he burnt me a disc of Waves 8 plugins.
Mm-hmm.
It was the whole pack. He shot it to me, man, and from there, I just skyrocketed through the roof, man. So shout out to Red Rum, man, from Avenue Paru, man.
Yeah.
OG, rest in peace. He definitely gave me my start in the sound, man, and what it means to be, an engineer, and he wasn't even thinking I was gonna end up being an engineer, but he was like, yo, you need plugins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you off GarageBand. Nah, man. Here, take these Waves plugins. And from there, I just went up to the roof. So I'm gonna say that was like my first introduction, my first taste of being an audio engineer. And then from there, I built my studio in Linwood. I bought my first pair of monitor speakers and my interface from Marv Dog from Closed Sessions Records out of Linwood. I bought the HS5s, mixing engineer speakers, monitors. And I bought the big knob. You know what I'm saying? It was like 2 channels where I could separate the main speakers and the sub, and from there I just went through the roof.
Mm.
Working with On One Made It. He was engineering big time at that time, and just sitting next to Tracy Lane and G Rick. These like incredible engineers, man, and just soaking up the game from them, and just really like got my foot in the dough, and it just
Mm-hmm.
nonstop from there.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
how it started.
That's how you started. All right. Next question. Pick a number.
Pick a number. Number two.
Number 2. How would you describe your style and what sets you apart from other artists?
How would I describe my style and what sets me apart from other artists? Well, I would describe my style. I would say original because I don't copy anybody
Mm-hmm.
when I'm creating, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's in the engineering platform or whether I'm writing. I don't think of any artist. I'm just going in from the soul.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming in from the spirit, and so even when I'm mixing, I'm thinking about a sound, like I'm letting my spirit talk to me. So that can't be duplicated.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say my style is original, but it definitely has some influences as far as like um because we study all the legends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Of
I'm
course.
saying? So, definitely has some influences, but when I'm in the mode, I'm not thinking about them influences, respect to those influences, but I'm not conscious of those
Right.
influences, but they're there.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
I definitely have influences, but when I'm in the mix, when I'm going, oh, it's just nonstop creative juices flowing, original.
Mm-hmm.
What's the second part of that question?
That was the it was how would you so what sets you apart from other artists? That was the
And what
second part.
sets me apart from other artists is that, I don't desire to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of artists, what I noticed, coming up in this, they try to be politically correct.
Mm-hmm.
They wanna make music that caters to people. I
Yeah.
don't I don't go into creating like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just go in and just do what the law tell me. I do what God tell me to do,
Mm-hmm.
The music, whatever it needs to be said, whatever needs to be created, I just push it out. And whoever it's meant for, that's who it's meant for.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's intended for it to hear it, that's who hears it. So I think that's what sets me apart from other artists and other engineers. There's a certain and then what sets so that's what sets me apart from other artists. What sets me apart from other engineers is I actually pay homage to you know, the classics and the greats from yesteryear. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
in today's time, it's all about digital. It's in the box. You can do everything without hardware, but it's always that analog sound that whether you realize it or not, that our ears love. It just
You
sends a
feel it.
certain
You feel
vibration,
that
a
shit. You can
tone.
feel analog.
Yeah, you could feel it. And
Yeah.
so I keep in mind that vibration, that vibe, that feeling, that make those hits from yesteryear great. And
Yeah.
I make it my point to incorporate that into my mixes today, if
Yeah.
that makes any sense.
Yeah. Perfect
You know,
sense,
I
bro.
know all my mentors understand exactly what I'm saying.
It
But
makes
yeah,
perfect sense, bro. Hell yeah. Next one.
next number,
Next number, baby.
7.
7. Can you pick another one? That shit's retarded. Pick another one.
No, go ahead, 7.
All right.
Run
Uh
it. No filter.
all right. If you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Damn. If I can collaborate with any artist there, how is that retarded? I think that's a great question.
It's all right. It'll work.
So, all right. So, Dead, if I can collaborate with any artist, Dead,
Mm-hmm.
definitely I would collaborate with Prince.
Okay.
I would collaborate with Michael Jackson. Um, who else would I collaborate with, dead or alive? Barry White. I would love to do some music with him. Heavy D. Uh, damn. Who else passed away that I would love to collaborate with, man? Um, See, now you got me thinking now. Hold on. Well, let's go to alive, and then when the dead artists, may Allah be pleased with them. Sade, I would
Mm.
definitely want to
Woo.
work with that whole crew. You know what I'm saying? Sade, I would want to work with oh, I want to work with Sade. I would work with I'm drawing a blank. Tony. Definitely love to work with them. Uh, I would love to work with Dead. I would love to work with Jay Dilla. I don't even know why I drew a blank with that. Jay Dilla, MF Doom. I would love to work with him. Uh, Old Dirty Bastard. Who else I would love to work? Definitely alive. I would love to work with Erica Badu. Um, I would love to, and we got a joint already together. We got a whole album where she collaborated on. Shout out to So Gold, Shafiq Hussein. But I would definitely love to work on some more intimate tracks with her. Uh, who else? Man, it's a gang of artists I would love to work with.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's like the
That's a
list
long
is
list.
just monumental. Biggie Smalls, Tupac, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Not even in that order.
Yeah.
Hula. I would love to work with Kendrick. Kendrick is popping, but I've been following Kendrick since he was K Dot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Way before he even got signed to Dre. I would love to work with J Rock and Ab Soul and all them cats, man. I would love to work with you know, and see, I don't want the people to get it misconstrued because I'm not just a hip hop engineer slash artist. Like I work with all genres.
Mm-hmm.
So Aerosmith, you know what I'm saying? I would love to
Mm-hmm.
work with Aerosmith. Um, Evanescence, you know what I'm saying? They are dope.
Yeah.
Uh, man, it's just the list goes on, man.
Yeah.
That was a really great question. You know
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Great
Okay.
question.
Okay. Next number. Pick a number.
Pick a number 9.
Number 9. What's next for you? Any upcoming projects, tours, or major plans?
See, gotta let the soul lead you. Yeah, definitely some. So right now, currently, I'm working on the album with Born a Law out of Project Blowed. Um, he got an album coming out soon. I'm the mixing engineer on at least about 8 of them joints. Born a Law is a heavyweight out of the Los Angeles area, West LA. Been in the game for over 20 years. High accolades. I got a project coming out with Shafiq Hussein. He just produced a whole album with Peyton out of Stone's Throw Records. So I just mastered that album. That's coming out, I believe, in sometime in the third quarter of the year. I want to say second or third quarter. Out of Stone Store Records. So look out for Peyton. Shout out for Peyton. Me and On One made it. We got an album. We got a collab coming out. VCL the Muslim. We got a couple hot joints coming out. Shafiq Hussein and Tarak. They producing my upcoming album. You know, where I'm
Hmm.
the mix and master and engineer on that. Uh, Man, it's a few joints. You know, it's a
Yeah.
few hot joints. Uh, Fly Spruce. You know, he got an album coming out later on this year in the fourth quarter of the year. You know, hopefully CMO Smurf. You know,
Hmm.
hopefully we can get his album finished by the first quarter of 2026. You know, so yeah, we got a couple music. You know, we got a couple things going,
Hmm.
and then we can't forget your boy Breadwinners Entertainment. You know, we waiting on Fatal's record. You know,
Yeah, man.
he got the pretty studio over there.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah,
and
man.
hold on, we can't forget Ellie&S.
Yeah.
Ellie&S is featured on the album. Shout out
Hmm.
to Ellie&S,
Hmm.
code engineer, man. I've been knowing him for damn near a decade, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some hot stuff coming, man. Like
Yeah.
it's just all up from here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just one day at a time, bro. As long as we do something every day, it'll come together, bro.
That part, that
Hmm.
part.
Okay, next
Me
number.
and me and Speed Walton, we got some joints coming. My boy MC Wicks, you know what I'm saying? Mark Live, we got something coming. Oh, my boy TR Love from Ultramagnetics, you know what I'm saying? And Ariel, you know what I'm saying? We got some joints dropping this month. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Right before the Super Bowl. Yeah, check that out, man. Y'all tap into Don Salaam, man.
Yeah.
Apple Music, Spotify, Title, we on everything, man.
How do
Yeah,
they
we got
find you?
some
How,
heat
they,
coming.
they can use the same handle, or how do they spell
The
it? How
same handle.
same
It
handle.
don't change.
Okay, that's right. That's smart. Got to do it that way. Okay, okay. Next number.
Oh man, next number. Okay. We did 11, we did 2, we did 7, we did 9. All right. Let's go number 1.
That was what inspired. We already did that one. That was the
We
what?
did number 1?
Yeah, yeah. What inspired you to start rapping?
No, that was different. What inspired me to start rapping?
Oh shit, I'm tripping. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, never mind. My bad. I'm tripping.
All
What
right.
inspired you
What
to?
is
Inspired you to start rapping, and who were your biggest influences growing up? My
Oh
bad.
my
I'm tripping.
goodness.
That was my bad.
All right. That's a good question too, man. You got some great questions on there, man. Gemini doing their little thing,
No,
man.
that's GPT,
So
bro. Fuck Gemini, bro. I'm.
okay, that's
Mm.
GPT. All right. Well, GPT doing their thing. So what inspired me to start rapping? Man.
Appreciate you, Zeno.
Well,
Respect. Go ahead.
so I'm gonna tell you what inspired me to start rapping. So growing up, my mom's, and her husband at the time, my little sister's father, they used to like they was like big hip hop heads. And so they would always have like little house parties, but it wasn't like no major house party. It was just like for the family.
Mm-hmm.
And they would take that as a time to show us the music from the early 50s all the way to the present time, and that was about the 90s, when they
Mm-hmm.
started doing this. I was young, but and so what started me rapping, man, I'm gonna keep it real. So listening to Tupac, listening to Daz and Corrupt, listening to Biggie Smalls, listening to Nas, listen. And then my mom's always used to tell me, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because a lot of artists, a lot of rappers don't want to admit this, but during the late '90s,
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith was the ish.
Mm.
He was cold, and so
Mm.
Will
That's a
Smith had a rap.
controversial one.
Man, I don't care about what they say. You cannot take the talent and the art from the individual. And so Will Smith had a record, man. He had an album that was cold, bro. He was hitting the charts. And so growing up, I was like 10, 9, 10 years old listening to this album. She took my first rap book. I was cussing and stuff, trying to be like Pac. And she said, look, you ain't got no talent if you can't write raps without cussing.
Mm.
And you know, I used to be scared of my mom, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I'm hearing that, but I also don't want to get my rap books taken away and ripped up. So
Yeah.
I started writing without cussing. And so the more I started writing, the more I started reading, the more I started rapping, and the more talented I got. And I came across Will Smith, I came across Nas. And my
Mm-hmm.
first full rap album, you know, I had like soundtracks. My first soundtrack, my rap soundtrack was Bad Boys soundtrack, the first Bad Boys.
Mm.
Had Big Pun on there. Shout out to Big Pun, rest in peace. He was killing the Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, Me Against the World. Like
Mm.
that was like my favorite
Mm.
joint. Like I memorized that joint till like my eyes bleed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Till like my ears fell out. You know what I mean? That Me Against the World. It was such lyrical content on that. And then Bone Thugs and Biggie Smalls, Notorious Thugs, just the way they was rapping on that. And so I was inspired by that. And then my first album that I was actually allowed to buy was The Streets is a Mother by Corrupt. You know, it was the edited version, but the lyricism and the way he put that album together, it inspired at that time my whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
The way I rapped, the way I thought I wanted to live, etc.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where my own homies was like, man, you dress like a Mexican. Like, you know, but I was inspired by Corrupt Streets is the Mother album.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. And so, you know, from that point on, it just elevated. And Nas, looking out my project windows and my state of mind's all purple, to the point where it was just like lyricism, and substance.
Yeah.
You have to make music with substance because all that party rap, that's cool for a good time, but it's not gonna last long. You get what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
I was
They call
always
it fast food
inspired.
music.
Yeah, fast food music, that
Mm-hmm.
microwave music.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was always inspired to make music that was gonna last generations. And here's the cool part. I don't want to be talking forever, but as I got older and really decided to take this music thing serious, I used to tell my folks, I'm like, listen, man, I'm not in competition with y'all. Everybody has their own style, their own, trade when it comes to the game, but I'm making music that your grandmama loved.
Yeah.
When your granny hear my music, she gonna tell y'all ain't on what Don on.
Mm-hmm.
Man, play that Don Salaam. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so I always been inspired by that. You know what I'm saying? Always getting that one's, parents
Yeah.
making that music that you don't mind your children listening to. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
those were my big influences, man. Everybody who made substance,
Got you.
you know.
Got you. Got you. All right. All right. Pick a number.
Pick another. You said 1 through 20, right?
Mm-hmm. 1 out of 20.
Okay, let's do 16.
16. What are some of the most common mistakes artists make when recording vocals?
That's easy, man. Uh Common mistakes artists make trying to the most common mistakes that artists makes trying to create vocals. I'm gonna say if you a newbie trying to rap on the mic like you freestyling.
What do you mean by
You know what
that?
I'm saying? What I mean by that is, it's a difference between when you rapping in front of people compared to when you rapping in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a technique when you recording and tracking vocals. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And a lot of new artists that I work with, they fall victim to that. They'll come in and rap the whole song, and I'm like, all right, you got to do it over now. And they be like, what? What you mean? I'm like, listen, you rap the whole song. You need to rap the hook and rap
Mm-hmm.
the verse.
Oh, I get you. Yep. Yep. Yep.
You
Yep.
see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Yep.
then
Yep.
even when you rapping the hook, you need to rap your overdubs.
Mm-hmm.
Everything needs to be on a separate track, and a lot of new artists don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Another mistake that a lot of artists, when they come in tracking is they move around a lot.
Mm.
They don't know how to keep their energy in a steady
Yeah.
space. So when you
Centered.
moving, yeah, you don't know how to keep it centered. So when you're moving around, the volume fluctuates.
Mm-hmm.
And so, a lot of engineers they compensate by that by just turning the gain up. But
Mm-hmm.
if you want a clean cut vocal, you have to work on your recording techniques.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are some of the
First. That's like
things.
step
Yeah,
one.
That's step one. And so
Mm-hmm.
when I'm working with like seasoned veterans, whether they singers or rappers, they focus right on that, at least for their lead track.
Yeah.
When you rapping on the lead, it's like, okay, boom, everything need to be centered. But when you background vocals, you can kind of have fun with it.
Right.
But when you're on that lead, you need to make that as clean as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Singers, you know, uh, one of the common mistakes that I run into with singers now. Singers, they want to, sing 100 takes, the same track, but they keep in the same tone. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, no, get your first tone perfect. You could even do three. But after you get that one you like, now start doing your harmonies,
Mm-hmm.
because it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense to sing the same verse, the same hook in the
Mm-mm.
same tone,
That it makes
same
no
way.
sense.
It
No
don't make
sense.
no sense, but in your mind you think like, okay, I'm gonna stack these, it's gonna sound great. No, engineers, we only taking the best one track, or we might comp it, meaning like we taking the best phrase from each of your takes and putting it in one track,
Uh-huh.
and then that's it.
Yeah.
So if you want to stack something, you gotta work on your harmonies as a singer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so those are some of the mistakes that I hear from artists coming in the game or coming in recording. A lot of times I just let them do what they do. If they
Mm-hmm.
ask me for my input, I give it to them. But if not, I just, hey, whatever, man,
Yeah,
do your
yeah,
thing.
yep. Every artist is different.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You gotta deal with everybody different. Okay. Next number. This will be the last number. After this, we're gonna do the keys after this.
The keys. What's the
Yeah, the
keys?
sacred keys, baby. The advice you got to
Okay.
get, but we'll do that at the end. So we got one
Okay.
more. We got
Okay.
one more number because we don't
All
want
right.
to do
One
like a.
more.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Hold on. One more. Let's do number 9.
Number 9. What role does social media play in your career, and how do you use it to connect with your fans?
That's a great question, man. Especially in this new day and age, 2025, social media plays a big part in my workflow and my career, man, because nowadays you have to interact with the people,
Mm-hmm.
everybody and their mama on social media. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're not utilizing social media to push your brand out there, you kind of got the wrong idea.
Mm-hmm.
So social media for me is a very big, it's a very big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all my social media followers. Yeah, like social media is important, but it's not what you do with it, is how you use it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You definitely got to utilize the tools on social media. I know a lot of OGs, they kind of crap on the.
Oh shit, we lost them. Hold on. Bring them right back. Oh,
Can you
there it
hear me?
is. There it is. Yeah, we lost you. You said the
A lot
OGs. You said the OGs do what?
of people, they don't understand that social media and just really technology is the wave, and
Yeah.
so we have to be able to use it for our advantage, man. And if the people is on
What's up,
social media.
ZWI 11? My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good, man. A lot of people is using social media, so you got to kind of like get with the times. And so, I definitely utilize social media to get my brand out. Advertise artists that I've been working with, even some of my own stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So we've wrapped it up pretty much about the end of the show. What's Go ahead and give us some sacred keys, bro. Give us 2 to 3 sacred keys. Basically, it's advice for any upcoming artists, musicians, singers, rapper, songwriter, engineer, whatever.
Man, some sacred keys. I
Sacred
like that.
keys.
So the first sacred key I'm gonna give to artists. Just be you. Don't try to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of artists come in the game trying to make the next hit that they think is hot. They try to follow trends. I'm gonna say you are not gonna get very far doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely don't want to try to fit in with the Joneses, because you are the Jones. Just Make your music. Your sound is your sound. What God gave you, that's nobody can replicate that. And the best advice I can give you is be original.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can always take inspiration from places, but do you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's the first key I'm gonna give to. I'm gonna dedicate that to artists. The second key I'm gonna give to engineers. I'm gonna say use your ears.
Mm.
And I know as engineers, we do not like hearing that. What the hell you mean use my ears? Yes, you have to use your ears. What sounds good to you, 9 times out of 10, sounds good. But you have to train your ears. Meaning, like if you're gonna be an engineer, start off with EQ. Learn the fundamentals of what EQ is. You know what I'm saying? The different frequencies, all the way from 30 hertz, all the way to 20 kilohertz.
Mm-hmm.
Learn what those frequencies sound like. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And you really don't need a lot of EQ. You don't need to put, 20 EQ curves on a track. You just need, maybe two or three at the most and light compression. You know what I'm saying? Let your tracks breathe, man. Let your tracks breathe. So my second point of advice for engineers, I dedicate that to engineers, is use your ear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And study music.
Yeah.
Everybody's work environment is different. Like you see my work environment, due to certain circumstances, I'm not gonna say too much, but I don't have, the regular like my old setup used to be. I don't have no soundproofing. But if you listen to your favorite songs and like the genres that you work in, if you listen to the professionally cut mixes and masters in your environment, you'll get a feel of how everything should sound in your environment.
Mm-hmm. How it
Once you
translates.
learn how, yeah, once you learn how music translates in your environment, that's how you get your mixes, or that's how your mixes should sound in your environment. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? And then the third key, sacred key I should give to anybody, whether you're an artist or engineer, is put your heart into it.
Mm.
Don't half step. The time is now. Don't wait. Don't say, "Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I
Mm.
need to get better. I need to get this piece of gear. I need to get this mic." Man, get cracking.
Mm-hmm.
Work. You know what I'm saying? The world is waiting to hear you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the best advice I can give you, because if you don't, you're gonna look up one day and it's gonna be 10 years past and you got all this heat you sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
But because of what a hater said, or what somebody who didn't see your vision, they told you to wait. But you waiting, and it's like you got all this heat and you could have been capitalized on it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
put your work out there, man. Put your best foot forward, and just get busy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let a law lead the way. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? And I know, and don't get bugged out because I'm saying Allah. Allah is the father of the universe. Whether you believe in God, Jehovah, the Elohims, we talking about the higher power, the greater, the cause of all causes. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The causes cause the rootless root from which all things are grown. So don't look at the language, look at the sentiment, look at the spirit of what I'm saying. When God talks to you, go do what God say.
Right. Hell yeah.
Because if you don't lead with God first, you're not about to win. You're not. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what your mama say. Respect the mom. Shout out to Granny and them. But it don't matter what they say, because when Allah gives you a message, because you got to remember, music, frequency, sound, tonal, and all that does something to the body. So if
Vibration.
you get a message
It's
that says,
vibration.
put this out, it's vibration.
Mm-hmm.
You need to put that out. Perfect your craft, but put it out. Don't hesitate because of the stigma of what everybody say, man. Just do your thing, man, and it's gonna always be great, man. So that's my sacred keys. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Shout
yeah,
out
man.
to Refine Failure. I don't like that name. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? I know we fail, at times, but I like breadwinners more. You know what I'm saying? I like breadwinners, man. We breadwinners out here. But shout out to Eddie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, man. Good looking,
It's my
man.
guy right
Shout
there.
out to you, man. Give yourself a pat on the back too, man. You came a long way, bro.
And
Came a
definitely,
long
man.
way,
I'm
bro.
still going, man. I
Yeah.
got a long way to go, bro.
Yep. Yeah, we all do. We all do. Shit, to the casket,
If
man.
y'all want to find, huh?
I said to the casket, bro. To the casket
Oh
drops, man.
man, man, hopefully, man, inshallah, that ain't gonna be soon, man. But I
Right.
want to tell the people out there tuning in, if you wanna if you're interested in my story, if you're looking at my work, shout out LA just did an article on me. You know what I'm saying? You could click the link in my bio. I'm pretty sure Eddie he about to
Yep, there it
tag
is
me in
right
it.
there. There it is
Go
in
to
the
my
background.
link tree. You know what I'm saying? You see all the work that I worked on and all future projects is gonna be on the link tree. You know, just tap in, man. Show your love. Follow my Spotify, follow my Apple Music, follow my title, follow all my streaming platforms, send me some follows. I follow back. You know what I'm saying? Put some comments on the videos that you like, comments on the posts, and let's just go up, man.
There it
You
go.
know, and
There it
anybody who
is.
needs some work, anybody who want to work, man, I got great prices, man. I'm not gonna work you. You know what I'm saying?
There it
Let's
is.
get busy. You know,
There it
that
is.
professional sound, man. Come and holler at your guy. You feel me?
I need to get some
Yeah.
new fucking sound effects, man.
Man, shout out to UAD, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Slate Digital. You
Yeah,
feel me?
dude.
Shout out to SSL.
Yeah.
Shout out to Neve. You know what I'm saying? They got our sounds, excellent.
Yeah.
Excelente.
Yeah.
That part.
Hell yeah, man. Sounds good, bro. Well, shit, it was good talking to you, man. We'll do another one. We'll do another episode
Yes,
sometime
sir.
soon to get you back on, Great interview, man.
Yes,
It was
sir.
good talking to you, bro, as always, man. And
Appreciate
shit,
you, brother.
I'll tap in with you soon, bro.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.